Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, I am going to give you my thoughts on the Diablo Immortal journey so far, what I like about the game, what I don't like about the game, and we'll put everything into perspective here now that I am finally back and able to record some videos here. I've missed you guys here on the Diablo channel, so I'm excited to get into this discussion about my thoughts on Diablo Immortal so far, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, I'm pretty good about doing a daily or at least every other day uploads when I get to having a YouTube channel, and I've had this Diablo channel here for years, and I was finally excited to get back in and have a reason to upload again and dive into the Diablo community. Of course, the night before Diablo Immortal is going to launch, I came down with symptomatic COVID where I've got like fever and I feel awful literally the night before Diablo Immortal releases. So when Diablo Immortal released, I had all these plans of streaming and uploading a ton of videos, but it was mostly just about kind of dealing with not feeling great and the fever and being tired and just trying to do my best to play as much as I can to be there for my group. So all my grand plans of streaming in a Diablo Hunter costume and all of that got thwarted, unfortunately, but now I am finally back and feeling like 90% like normal here finally again. I'm still a little bit congested and kind of you can probably tell a little bit in my voice, but mostly ready to rock and get back to normal here at least, and looking forward to streaming a lot of Immortal and get back to grinding here on the channel with tons of uploads for trying to be informative for everybody from beginner to endgame. But the point of this video was to give you my thoughts so far. I'm going to hit Paragon 30 tonight. I'm going to go ahead and sit down and maybe stream it. I'm going to try to hit that big milestone, which is Paragon 30, where you can start equipping some of that next tier gear and grinding Hell 2. I'm going to really try to push for that tonight. I am currently at like 28.3, and I'm going to try to make a push tonight to finally go over the edge and hit that level 30. It gets a little bit rough. When you've got the red XP bar and you're being penalized on the XP, it gets a little bit rough, but we'll talk about that. You can see I'm currently getting 80% XP rewards on my Paragon journey, but we're gonna try to do that tonight. But anyway, so let's start out with the good things, the things that I didn't get to play the beta or anything. I tried, I wasn't given access, so I was never able to really sink my teeth into the game and see what I like about it, what I dislike about it until the game was actually live for all of us to play it. Diablo has been a big part of my life. I've got thousands of hours in every single iteration of Diablo. Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3. I was a content creator for Diablo 3, ran one of the best hardcore clans, and Diablo 1 was the first multiplayer game that I ever played in my life. I was like 12 or 13, and it's the first time I ever played something multiplayer with a friend was Diablo 1, and I remember it was such a life-changing moment that I still remember it to this day, and it was like 20 years ago or whatever. I remember just like sitting here with my jaw open, like I'm actually playing a game with someone else that isn't here with me, playing Diablo 1 with one of my friends over like a TCP IP BattleNet connection or whatever. So Diablo runs through my veins, and it is something I'm very passionate about and love. So first of all, as far as the things I like about Diablo Immortal, I would start with the leveling process. The leveling process, I think, was done pretty good. I think it gets a little bit slow from 55 to 60. Maybe they should speed that up like 10% or so, but all in all, the leveling process was pretty cool, pretty smooth. I wish it would have been a little bit easier to do it with friends, a little bit easier to kind of like designate a party leader and then have them like turn in quests and have them kind of navigate the group so you can all stick together a little bit easier. It wasn't super straightforward in terms of leveling as a group. We kind of ended up getting like split up and all hitting 60 on our own time and doing stuff like that. But the story was pretty cool, and the flow of it and everything kind of felt good about the leveling process. I think that was mostly something in the positive category. It took me about maybe 25 hours. I think it should be somewhere in that 15 to 20 hour range. But all in all, it was pretty good. Another thing that I really like is the catch-up mechanics. So we'll talk about in the negative things about the Paragon XP penalty that you can currently see me under. But on the flip side of that, I absolutely love how your XP bar turns green instead of red when you're behind and maybe you didn't get time to play for a week or so, and you can log in and get a huge boost to catch up to other players that maybe you have a job that is super demanding for that week, and you have to put in like 50-60 hours. You don't have time to game much, and then boom, when you've got that weekend or something, you've got an opportunity to catch up and have some bonuses. I absolutely love that mechanic. I think it's amazing. We'll talk about the negative side of it, but all in all, I'm going to chalk that up on the positive side of things with the catch-up mechanic that they have in the leveling process. They've also got some world events that are super cool. Like last night, me and my party, we went to like a cemetery, and there's a PvP event where it's all the parties against each other in this little like cemetery arena. And then, you know, there's also like the haunted caravan where everybody meets up at a certain place and gets together and escorts this caravan. The world events are super cool. I think they need to do a better job of like showing you the world event schedule, like somewhere up here in the top left, like click world events or something and see them all listed out, because that event where like my party went to that cemetery and we did PvP against all the other parties in the cemetery, that was a lot of fun. It was really cool. So I think they need to embrace that and do more stuff like that to really engage the server and get people to interact with each other and know each other and have more of that stuff going on in the Diablo Immortal universe, because I had a lot of fun with those types of events. I also think the cycle of strife and the like different tournament brackets and the different fights going on with the top 10 clans and the bracket where they show you your next match and all of that, I think is super cool. You know, and we've had like, you know, your leader becomes this huge like boss where you've got you know, teammates that are trying to support them, and then you're trying to fight the other team's boss with your top players. So the whole cycle of strife thing and fighting for the immortal, the shadow war mechanic has been fun so far. I'm not a super expert on it yet because obviously it's my first time ever taking part in it. I wasn't able to play the beta or anything, but I think you know, it's got some issues that they'll address and some things that they'll patch and evolve. But all in all, it's been a lot of fun so far, kind of seeing the bracket and seeing which clans are kind of rising to the top on your server, and then the whole boss mechanic of our leader against their leader and us supporting them and all of that, I think has been a lot of fun. And all in all, I would probably put PvP in the positive side of things. It's got some balance issues. It's got some things that I mean, obviously the game is going to change a lot from what it is on release. But all in all, I think it's about the right size. It's like, you know, an 8v8 or whatever. I do think, I think it'd be a lot better if you could at least play with one friend. Like, at least let people duo queue. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to prevent like a whole clan from getting 15 people and grouping up and then stomping on people who don't have a group of friends. And being perfectly coordinated and all that, but at least let us play with like, you know, a group of 2 or 3, like a party of 4. You're still only 4 out of 15. Like, at least let us have a party and do PvP. And then some balance issues, obviously, that they're going to need to address to make it a little bit more fun. And, you know, probably some mechanics to lessen the effect of, like, resonance maybe for whales or something. But all in all, it's really hard for a game like Diablo to pull off PvP. It's usually awful. Like, in Diablo 3, PvP was terrible when they tried to do it. So, for how difficult it is to get successful PvP in a Diablo game, I think all in all, I would put it in the positive category so far in terms of what it is on launch, with lots of room to grow and be better. And now we can talk about some of the things that I think are big negatives and opportunities to grow a little bit if the game is going to be successful long term. So first of all, I'll just address the elephant in the room, which is the monetization. The monetization is absolutely awful. Like, I say this as somebody who loves Diablo Immortal. I want Diablo Immortal to be a successful game. I love any Diablo game. I love the Diablo community, so I don't say it from a place of hate or wanting people to quit or anything. Absolutely love the game. I want it to be successful, but like, I'm always going to be real and honest, and the monetization is just absolutely horrible. I don't even know what their market is in terms of the current way that it's structured. Like, it doesn't even, it's not even rewarding to spend a little bit of money, really. It's really only rewarding to spend like thousands of dollars. So they're really only marketing to like the uber whales with the way it's currently set up. You can't even like support the game with like, you know, 30 or 40 bucks a month and really good progress for doing that. The battle pass is decent value, and some of the stuff like you know, the prodigy pack and some decent ones that come through the shop, but all in all, the spending is very unrewarding, and the amount that you need to spend in order to like feel it, in order for it to feel good, like it meant something to your journey, is just so astronomical that you know, like I could do a dedicated 45-minute video on the monetization and you know, how it needs to change, revolving around the gem system and all of that. But anyway, definitely putting the monetization part of the game in the negative side of things. And I say that as somebody who comes from being a high spender in mobile games. I've been a content creator for Raid Shadow Legends for over 3 years. I spent thousands of dollars on Raid Shadow Legends, and we always gave that game a bad rap for its monetization model. Diablo Immortal's worse, in my opinion. So, you know, I say that as somebody who has spent thousands on mobile games. So hopefully, they're willing to listen to that, willing to adjust things, and make that better for the future. And then, you know, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but this Paragon mechanic, I absolutely hate it. I hate it so much. I like the catch-up mechanic. I like it when someone is behind and you give them a bonus. I don't like this like red XP bar, this like penalty, like it makes it, you're taking your most active players and your most active people in the community, and you're basically having this red flashing sign saying, get off of our game, log off. It's just, it doesn't feel good when you've constantly got this red XP bar and your XP's being nerfed, and it's just this bright red text, like you're like, okay, like I'm my stuff's nerfed. You got this down arrow right here next to your character. It just feels bad. It's like really, like, I want to play the game and you're gonna nerf my progress. It's like, so I would rather have them give more boost to the people that are behind, but don't nerf your most active players. I think that's an awful way to go about it. So hopefully we can get that through to them, and we can get that changed, and we can get them to yes, buff the people that are behind, but not nerf the people that want to play the game a lot and be super active in the community. Like, you know, these people aren't even whales. These people aren't doing anything wrong. These people aren't even spending thousands of dollars. They just want to grind the game and be part of the community, and they get punished for that with these massive red arrows and decreases to their account. I think it's silly, and yeah, I hope I portrayed that enough that I can't stress enough how much I want that to change, and hopefully we can get some adjustments to that. And also, the PC client, I'm going to put in the negative side of things so far. I know me as a PC gamer, I'm an RTS player. I was a StarCraft guy, a StarCraft content creator. I love Age of Empires 4. I love, like, try-hard PC gaming. I play Overwatch, you know, and I was super excited about the PC client. And it's really, the game just doesn't play very well on mouse and keyboard, in my opinion. Like, especially as a demon hunter, it's really weird. Like, okay, when I'm on the phone and I hit the attack button, which on the PC client's left click, my demon hunter will attack like this. On the mobile phone, when I hit the button, but in this game, I have to hold shift in order to do that. And as a demon hunter, I should be able to move and shoot, which is one of the cool features, but I can't do that really on the PC client, unless I like click on an enemy or mouse over them, and then I can try to like force move. It's just weird. I tried to use mouse and keyboard for our Cycle of Strife, our Shadow War, and it was just awful. My performance was like 20% as good as the first war. We've had 2 wars. The first one I did it on a controller, and my DPS score was like 11 or 12%. The next time I did mouse and keyboard, and my DPS score was like 2 or 3%. So I was literally like 25% effectiveness by playing on mouse and keyboard compared to a controller. And I say that as somebody who's my whole life has been on mouse and keyboard and never on a controller. I'm not even like a console gamer or anything. So that's how much worse the PC client is than playing the game with a controller. So hopefully, I know it's in beta. I know they're trying their best. So I'm not going to be too harsh on that. But hopefully the PC client continues to grow and get a little bit better. Right now, I would put it in the negative category. It's also got lots of issues for some people trying to buy packs where this flat out can't. It's crashing a lot for some people. So hopefully that'll continue to get worked on, and some of this money they're making from the monetization will be put into making the PC client a little bit more enjoyable for people. So alrighty, that's going to do it for me on this one. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of where my head is at as a lifelong Diablo fan and Diablo player, and how I'm feeling about Diablo Immortal so far. In conclusion, I would probably give it like a 6 out of 10 right now, but I think it's got potential here. It's got potential to get up there to a 9.5 out of 10, but they would really need to adjust a lot of things in order for that to happen, and for me to give it that next few points. The monetization most notably would have to change a lot, but I'm excited to play the game and keep participating in the big community that we've got here with the Aftershock United project that we're doing. We're working on the website. Literally the day that we launched the website is when I got sick, and but I'm excited to dive in and keep working on this. We're trying to do a lot of fun things and get this whole thing to be functioning better and be more fleshed out here, and keep adding resources to this for you all to learn, and for us to do the best that we can to spread knowledge with you as we are all grinding the game. So that is going to do it for me on this one. All the links down below if you want to catch the stream when we're hanging out and playing Diablo Immortal, or be part of the Discord community and all that good stuff. So that's going to do it for me on this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.